Hey guys, happy Tuesday. So today's lesson, you guys are going to be behind the scenes with me. Sorry for my looks of concentration already. It's been a day. But today we're going to take a look at some custom page things that I have in the queue and how I go about sending my edits. I have my handy dandy notebook ready. So this is going to be kind of a fun long haul tutorial today. So we'll just jump right in. So I'm going to screen share with you guys. So I am building almost like a replication case. So my point of contact, he does not like anything fleet, government, commercial on his retail site. He wants everything pointed to one website. The problem with that is this is police pursuit. So what we did is we replicated, and I'll go to the page. We replicated under work trucks. If you look here, woo, if you look here, he has this police fleet page on his retail site. So what he had us do is he wants us to replicate this page. So usually what I'll do is I zoom out a lot, almost to where it's really hard to see. But there's a rhyme to this madness. So we're going to grab our snipping tool. If it works today, grab our snipping tool. I'm going to go from here. Again, there is a reason for my madness methods. So you don't have to do this every single time if you don't want to. This is not something that you guys have to do if it doesn't work for you. I already have some cases similar to this one, a replication case that I'm making edits to. So you can see right here, I've got a couple tabs open, but I want to show you guys how I start from scratch. So I'm going to open up a whiteboard. Again, clicked on here, whiteboard. You can get to whiteboards from here. I'm going to click on here. I'm going to go here. And this is going to be my Capital Ford. Yeah, this is my CDJR store. CDJR whiteboard police page. So I like to have whiteboards open, not for designing things, but as a thought cue. There's a lot of nifty things that we can do in whiteboard. We can make our own PNGs. We can group things together that we may not necessarily be able to do with a regular templated page. I'm going to go back to my home page in Canva. I'm going to pull up websites. So websites right here. This is where I make my mockups. So I'm going to open business website right here. Change the name. I cannot type today. It's been a day. Capital CDGR police page. I can't talk and I can't think. Woohoo! And it's only Tuesday. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm making myself some room because you guys will see. So again, as I'm starting, this is my mock-up. So this is what I'm going to send back to support. This is the website. I like the website because you could preview it, and we'll get there. We'll get there. The whiteboard is where we can pull things from each other. I really hit the ground running pretty hard with that magic tool. So this is the page they're wanting us to replicate from their retail site. So I'm going to go here, page dealer wanting us to replicate from retail. I'm going to label it. So one thing I like about whiteboard is it is like, if we zoom all the way out, it's just a little speck. So you can really get crafty. I share a lot of whiteboards with Sarah, and her and I have like extended whiteboards like everywhere for the designs we work on together. So this is the page the dealer's wanting us to replicate from the retail site. I'm going to jump back over here. We're going to set this back to normal because if not, I'm going to freak out in the morning, be like, what the heck happened to my page? Okay. So we're going to go into the support case that Ryan or Ben or the support team sent back. So again, this page was originally the dealership wanted us to replicate it. So my thought process was the page is pretty much already built on the site. I just need them to replicate the foundation and then I'll make some edits and changes. So again, a little bit easier if you're super slammed to do. Allison and I have walked through that. If you can't get too creative, this is like a good foundational way you can do things. Custom page URL. This is what they sent back to us. So this is pretty similar to what we've already got going on the retail site. So again, I'm going to zoom all the way out. And there's always a method to Lillian's madness. If you've worked with me or done shadowing with me, you guys understand my methods to madness. So just hang in tight. And again, like I always say on these things, as you go, you'll find your comfort. So I can sit here again all day and show you what I do, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what you're going to do. So these are just tools that we can use. All right, retail site. This is what our support team sent back. So from what I see, the differences on here, I'm not a huge fan of these boxes. I think it looks really good if it was just this sleek flow like the retail site has. So we're going to, let me duplicate this page. WTS support sent back. Okay. Then I'm going to go into the case itself and I'm going to look at the notes that I think it was Ryan or Ben, one of those two, sent back to us. So Ryan said the right column is unfortunately just one massive image. That's not great for responsiveness nor user experience. Can you please do what you can to get the individual images from that section so we can recreate the content properly? So I'm going to take this section, copy it. I'm going to add a sticky note to the design that points here from Ryan. So this is one thing that I love about Whiteboard. It is like one of these things just online, but I am an old lady at heart and I do things old fashionedly. So I'll write things down. I also see if you guys, it's kind of like cross and comparing, right? What differences are we finding? What differences do we want to change? I don't think that we're going to be able to get those images. And so my idea now is let's adapt and let's pivot. Let's see, can we add different banner image sizes? So my thought is having, some ribbons in there, which will start from scratch. So you guys will be able to see some creative stuff there. So I'm going to jump back into my Google Chrome. I'm going to open up this page. And again, you guys don't have to do the things that I do. This is just, my way of being like, hey, this works for me and my very spastastic brain. It may work for you. It may not. You don't have to use my methods to my madness. But here are some ways that you can use the methods that my madness brings. All right, so this is my mock-up. So again, this is what I'm going to send back to the support team. I call those the kickback cases. So I'm going to kick this back over to them. And the reason that I'm taking a screenshot of the navigation bar that's on our Work Truck Solution site for this customer is because I want to be able to, when I'm taking a look at my work and my productivity when I'm submitting something, The thing that I love about the websites is you can preview this. So there is no commitment to publish the website. You can view how it will look on a mobile phone. It's really neat. And the way that it's laid out when you download it as a PDF is way, or a JPEG is way better than what else I've seen. When I try to mock up something in whiteboard. So in whiteboard, I use that as like my scrapbook, my notes. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to come back into the page in Google Chrome. I'm going to use my snipping tool yet again because I think this looks really good. I think that the guy really hit the nail here. So I'm going to screenshot this. I'm going to copy this. I have to make sure the thing's still recording because it said, oh, you're the only one in here. Well, duh. Okay. So I'm going to screenshot this. And for some reason, my snipping tool likes to outline everything in red. I don't know how to change that. I don't know how it got there or how we got here, but here we are. All right. And then again, preview. You get to see how it would actually look like on the Work Truck Solutions website. Um, really enjoy working out of the blank websites when pulling everything together for a mock-up design. So I'm going to jump back into my whiteboard. And here's where things get really, really fun for me, per se, because then I get to play with our Magic Assist tools. So we're going to, back into here. All right. So if I click on this, right? So again, my snipping tool likes to outline everything in red. I don't know if anybody on the team knows how to change that. If you do, let me know because it bothers me. Then I'm going to click on the entire page. I'm going to click Edit Photo. Ooh. And I'm going to pull up Grab Text. So Grab Text can be really easy and beautiful, and it just pulls all the text from all these images, or it's going to be really, really terrifying. These all work with AI, so AI is not perfect itself. So we'll see what happens. Sometimes when you do grab text, again, it looks beautiful. It looks great, but it does change some of the fonts. So this is great right here because I don't want to move this. So I'm going to pull this. We're going to layer this. Okay. You see why I like the whiteboard function? Because then I don't have to commit to a mess on my mockup. So we're going to pull. So it's not wanting to let me do a whole lot. Here we are. See how it changed the font? Again, Magic Grab or Text Grab could be beautiful and work like slicing a cake. Sometimes you have to go in and make certain edits. So I'm not too worried about it right now. We're going to do this. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm copying and pasting the text that I can. And I'm just spacing it out to where, to me, it will make sense, right, on the Work Truck Solutions page that we'll be sending back to our support team. So I'm not too worried about the font colors right now. I'm not going to mess around too much with it. What I want is this information right here. That is what I want. Okay. So you can group items together too. So you can group these two. This just combines everything. So if we wanted to group this paragraph, this and this, we can. And then once we move it, it moves together. That's what grouping is. Okay. Not perfect. Okay. We're just kind of playing around with it. So this might seem a little redundant and a little backwards, but now that I've grabbed what I've needed to grab from the magic text grab tool, I'm going to click on this right here and I'm going to undo the magic grab. All right. The reason I'm going to undo it is because now I want to see exactly how everything's laid out so I can make the changes that I want to make to our support team. Okay, and keep in mind, when editing something support has sent back to me, I don't necessarily really keep an eye too much on the retail stuff because they've already laid out that foundation of this is the layout, pretty much replicating the layout on the retail site. I do like to have it on my whiteboard just in case I need some type of source to go back to. From what I can tell, we are going to move this here. Uh, 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 uh. So we're going to change some things up. We're going to make these. So again, the magic grab tool is really nice, but for something like this, it can be a pain in the butt. Like it really truly can. Um, what I'm kind of annoyed with is that it pushed everything down. I can go in and make the changes to the font all day. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I hate when they take a sentence and it pushes everything down or when it changes the font, it is a little annoying. The last update that I saw in the Canva tutorial that I attended online, so there is Canva tutorials online that you can attend, is that is a work in progress to my understanding. This looks more like Arial font, so we're gonna pop that back in there. All right, and I'm just gonna extend that out just a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna move this down here because it looks like some things got a little bamboozled. I'm going to boop, boop, boop. I was gonna tell the team, if you guys have any questions, just stop me as I go. And then I realized that I'm filming. It's weird. Filming yourself is weird. Like I'm like, and this is another reason why I do this is because experts to rail that got pulled from our I don't know where that got pulled from, but that's significantly incorrect way to use that stuff. So we're gonna jump back into here. I'm gonna zoom in as much as I can. Alrighty. I don't know about y'all, but I'm blind as heck, so we're gonna jump back into the retail site. Park trucks, police fleet. Here's another trick too. So if you don't want to do magic grab and you're doing what I'm doing right now, you're replicating the template on the retail site, but you also are using some of the context that the dealership on the retail site has. All I got to do it's so pretty. Just watch. Okay, I'm not going to make my life any more complicated by entertaining this ish. There. Now it's exactly Well, not exactly, but it is similar to what they had. I'm gonna take this portion, I'm gonna delete this out. It looks like on the retail site it was oh, coffee kickin', where are you? This was blue. So we're gonna change that. We're gonna drop this down. We're gonna lower this font. Ah, I guess it's not gonna do that. Okay. Then we're gonna take that font that we copied and then deleted because it's like a little subheading. We're gonna lower this down. I'm gonna make this font smaller than this font, but this font bigger than this font. Different, but same, same. So if I preview it, I'm starting to get an idea of what I can see. I'm going to jump back over. All right. So Ryan's problem with this design is that he needed these individual images for the grid. He can't get the right spacing. So what I'm going to do is my own little twist to it. So again, this case was replicating this template. Same information we're applying, but we're doing the foundational template from the retail site. We're replicating the template. That doesn't mean replication on custom content cases doesn't necessarily mean we're copying it item by item, context by context, but we are borrowing some things and we are implementing our own ideas of things. So I'm going to take a look here. I'm going to use my color dropper as well because they had the wrong color for that CTA button, if you guys remember, in the design they sent me. So I'm going to write down 32 for BA1. All right, and then those are the colors I'm going to use. I'm going to use 32 for BA1, white, which is FFFFFF, and black 00000. And we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to jump back into Canva. I'm going to go into my home page. I'm going to create a design, custom size. I'm going to do a 1650 by 380. So in the last tutorial that we had, I do my designs for banners typically in this size. I've noticed with the support team for content that this is a little bit easier for them to condense and make smaller. This sizing's the most common sizing too. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do police pursuit banner 1. All right, and then I'm going to jump into my elements tool. And I'm thinking like I want to mimic the banner. But my creative brain is, let's make it better than how it looks on the retail site, you know? So I'm thinking like a black ombre, however you want to say it, ombre effect, maybe even a dark charcoal. So that's what I'm imaging. But I'm also picturing police, first responders. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to type in police and see what comes up. Okay, so this is where you have to kind of get in tune with your creative thinking side of your brain, because I can go and make a banner that's like this, that's just kind of, but this right here, it's a great banner. It looks great, but I really want to just dial in on my creativity side of my brain. So this is a police pursuit vehicle page. I want to see what we can find and what we can work with too. So here I'm looking for kind of like that aesthetic, right? When I think of the police department, I think of hometown heroes. I'm thinking of, the aesthetic of the lights. So maybe we'll just use this set images background and adjust it. And again, playing in Canva, that's exactly what it is. Not a fan of that. So we just keep looking. Keep looking at what you like. It's really your creative idea, your creative brain. Again, replication cases, I like to use it as a foundational template for me to build off of for pages like this. So that way, instead of creating a whole mock up page from scratch, I'm creating something coming from creativity, I guess. Again, coffee, guys. I don't know how to talk to myself while doing this stuff. So bear with me. Kind of like how that looks too. But I am wishing that there was a red. Ooh. Let's see. I think I can work with something like this. No, it looks like Star Wars. Um, Again, guys, don't put too much pressure on yourselves when you're designing things. It's really what your comforts are, what you're looking for. I kind of like that one. I feel like that one's going to be, yeah, I like that one. I can work with this one. Okay, so then I'm going to look at how they have this. Let's see, it says Dodge, Charger, Pursuit, Fast, Aggressive. Sorry, my mom talk is also coming out in this video because I'm used to repeating everything with my son. Oh, sorry, guys. This is just my process again. Super old school. I've got my handy dandy binder. One thing that you can do too, here's a trick. You can take your snipping tool. You can take a screenshot of that. Kind of makes sense that the red's outlined for this design. I'm gonna paste this. My background. See if I can make it transparent. See how that comes out. It didn't do nothing. All right, so we're just gonna put that over there. Here's another thing too. What I've started to do with these cases is I'm putting everything on my design on one and then everything separated because there's been custom page kickbacks where we have to send separate items of the design. So I do have that down here. So I'll put copy of OG banner for case. OG design. All right, I'm going to jump back into my elements. Let me use this right here. So here's a cool thing with this element tool. Elements are so much fun. You can change the color here. Then the neat part here is you could do like the gradient effect too. So let's see, I'm going to do this transparency. I might change the color to like a black. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I like that. Okay. Just kind of working with everything here. And then we may have to take a break. And then when I come back from picking up little man from school, we'll jump back in from this. But I'm going to do, there is templates for fonts as well. I skim through these. I try not to use them because some of them are just a little, I don't know. I don't really like them all that much. Um, hmm. Sometimes, again, sometimes I surprise myself. I might do Dodge, Charger, Police Pursuit. Rihanna. Ah, nah, I don't like that. Again, like I said in my last tutorial, Canva is all about playing around with what you like. There are so many apps. It is an app that has thousands of apps built into the app. So there are so many things that you can do to really dial in your designs. I'm not seeing anything that I like, so I'm just going to add a heading. I like this one right here. Do bold. Do this right here. So we're going to do Dodge, Charger, Police Pursuit. I'm thinking adding that there. And if I remember, that banner is slanted. Yep. See how it looks slanted. And then this is where we play in with the font effects. So usually for the background, that shadow, I use a color that's already in the design in the background, just because I find it stands out more. So this may stand out a little bit more. And I might even take this and darken that in the back. You see how that looks? It all kind of ties together. So I'm actually really liking how this looks. Oh, I was kind of nervous to make this banner. No, I like the white more. Okay. And then we're gonna do this. We're gonna duplicate this. So this is a really easy, nifty, quick tool. If you want to use the same font, the same transparency effect, I'll delete this again. You just click on it and press that button and duplicate it, and then you just easily change it to fast, aggressive, ready to serve. Ah, service. I'm thinking of service departments. I know on the design this was a little smaller and not slanted. So I think I'm going to change this to a red in the background. Maybe make a little bigger. I'm going to make this one bigger for sure. Okay, and then I am going to darken that gradient transparency in the background too. Ah! You have to break things in Canva. Okay, that's done. So here I'm going to share. Hit download, all pages. I'm going to do my one because this is the one I designed. So for groups, if you've shadowed with me before, if you've trained with me before, you know that I have folders upon folders upon folders upon folders for groups, for individual rooftops, for POCs, for everything under the sun. So this is for my capital group. So I'm going to jump into my pictures. Capital. We're going to do capital CDJR. jump back into my mock-up. I'm going to hit upload. And I'm going to put this here. So again, reason why I really like that that banner size 1650 by 380 is because you can change it around, right? You can adjust it. I'm going to look at their retail site. This is so pretty. All right, and then you're going to preview it. Then you'll see, okay, I'm not a huge fan of this right here. So I like to have Sarah or Dottie just look at my designs because I am human. I am not perfect and I don't have perfect designs. I try, but I don't. So I like to have them audit my stuff before I submit it just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Dottie and Sarah are geniuses when it comes to lining things up, whereas that is something as a design person. I mean, I don't even know if I could call myself a design person. Sorry, Dottie and David, if I can't. But um, as somebody who designs things, I have a hard time like with symmetry. Like I see it, it looks good to me. It looks pretty, it looks nice, great, but I like to have the girls look at it just to hold myself accountable that things look good. So, and then this is where I really like the websites too, because then you could preview it and then you could preview it on a cell phone view too. So, jump back in here. And then right here looks really nice. So it looks like I'm going to open this image in a new tab. And again, it is one image. So you can search with Google Images right here. I'm going to find image source. So they actually looks like they took that from another dealer. Let me see. Okay. So this is Thomas. Okay. One thing we can do too is Stellantis fleet or police vehicles. Oh my gosh, I cannot type today. We may just use a different image altogether. Mm-mm-mm. I don't want the Durango. I don't want the what? They're doing a Wagoneer. Okay, I take myself by surprise. I'm sorry, guys. Um, hmm. So that I wonder if we could find a Dodge Charger under fleet and government. Request a demo. Hmm. Okay. We're going to do this one more time. Oh, you can get it at Walmart for $16.90. That's kind of cool. Hmm. So I already have my Google settings like listed to not show me anything that um that's copyright issue. So mine, like I could pull these and I'll be good. I already have that. I've set that already. So make sure you guys are setting that when you are doing something like this. I do kind of like this. Where to go? I kind of like this one. Hello. Ooh. Okay. I kind of like that Okay, you guys, I feel so weird talking to myself. Oh man. Okay, we're gonna jump back into my capital group, save it. We're also gonna copy this. I'm gonna paste this in here. So here's where the whiteboard comes in handy because I'm gonna put this here. So that way I can copy it, make it its own PNG file, and send it over to Ryan. Okay. So it looks like they had a bit of a collage on their whoop. Yep. Hmm. Lots of research. So let me jump back into here. We're gonna do I want to do the most accurate 2024 police vehicle. Pull over. Oh, that's going to take a while. So, for the purpose of time, we will pivot. I'll just have my POC go over the images, make sure everything's good. Another way to quickly do this is I'm going to take this. Lots of screenshots. So as I go, I learn a lot. So I've learned, oh, this is a faster way of doing it instead of building myself for mock-up purposes. So I'm actually going to take this. I'm going to jump back into my whiteboard. We're going to do that magic grab text thing again that I'm a little terrified of, but we'll see. See how it comes out. Um, okay. I don't feel so bad now. We're gonna do this. We're gonna change all the font color to this so I can see it. And then we're gonna pull this down, pull this down. Okay. Really neat. That was a nice, like, clean option of the magic text grab. So we're gonna jump back here. Woo, that's really big. Make that down to 15. This here. Okay. Same thing here. Uh, paste. Size that to 15. Uh, did I lose it? Oh, that's right here. Okay. This is 10. I'm going to put this to 10. I like that blue font too. Like the blue makes things stand out to me. So I do like that. Whoa. I think I'm going to change this to Proxima Nova Condensed, and we'll do that. No, I just like the bold. We'll do that bold, and then we will, let's see how this looks. Nah, I like that kind of like centered. What we'll do is we'll make this a little bit bigger. So that way it's kind of full with the engine options. And here I'll add a line. So we'll do this line here. We'll do red. See how the red looks. Ah, that looks pretty good to me so far. And then we'll jump back into the retail site. I think that if we built like this to be a 3 squared, let's see. Hmm. I think doing like a vehicle highlight. Well, that's the highlight. Again, this is that creative process where you're just like, okay. Hmm. I kind of want to do some type of either ribbon or banner. So I think I want to make that a little bit bigger. Just this here. Okay, I think I have an idea of what I want to do. We'll jump back over here. So this 1252 by 125, I use this for banners, or not banners, but for ribbons. So what I think I want to do, and what I'm kind of picturing in my head, I want to do charcoal colored backgrounds. Probably spelled that wrong, but here we are. Hmm. It's giving me literal charcoal. I think that's funny. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so we're gonna use this as the background. I might like it right now. I may not like it in 2 seconds. We'll see. Um, I'm thinking instead of having this odd long thing like the guy said, I'm thinking a ribbon to inform them what there is. So we're going to make the font white first of all so I can see it. And then 25. Let's see. I'm gonna take this case background. Okay. Do edit photo. Again, sorry guys for the talking or the non-talking. I get so concentrated in these designs that I can get lost in them a little bit. It's kind of cool, kind of neat, kind of not so cool. I want to make sure that red pops out, but I also want to make sure that I can adjust that to the white. Okay, I'm liking how that's looking. I want to do some sort of like gradient like we did the other one. So I'm going to pull this one up. I'm not going to do this blue gradient. Maybe. Maybe I will. Oh, it's pink. No, I'm not going to do that. Maybe I'll do that one. See what options it gives me. I want to do this gradient, but with black. Black? Gray? Black, gray? Okay, and we're going to lower our transparency. And we're going to layer this. We're going to send that backwards. So that way this brings my font up more. I'm going to do my shadow effects. I'm not going to do white. I might do a different font effect on this little ribbon snippet. Maybe. Whoa. Not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of that. Again, Canva is literally just I like it, I don't like it. I like it, I don't like it. I like it, I don't like it. Sometimes it drives me nuts. Sometimes I'm like, "Oh, I have the perfect idea of what I want this to look like." And then days like today, I'm like, "Hi." Um, let me see if I changed. Ugh! Wait, that might actually look cool with a white background. Nope. Changed my mind. Ooh, but a white font with that effect. Where is it? What? Oh. Mm-mm. All right. You know what? We're going to try this. We're going to see. Okay. Not a huge fan of it, but maybe once everything's put together, I'll like it. So we're going to do police pursuit ribbon. Okay. We're going to jump back into here. Uploads. Right here. Like really liking this vibe of stealth. That's kind of the feel I'm going for. Maybe I want this to be spaced a little bit. Let's see. I really love this banner. Okay. You know, seeing it here is not too bad. But what's really bothering me is this section. So I might move some things around. but we are running out of time. This tutorial will pick up tomorrow, so I'm going to leave this here. And I'm not going to mess with it anymore until we film tomorrow. But again, I hope you guys got something out of this. If you guys have any questions of my thought process, or if you guys have any recommendations on this design and you guys want to take a jab at it, I'm totally willing and all ears, because I am human and I'm not perfect. So, yeah, this is just my way of how I view doing mock-ups of, taking a page that's already made on a retail site and creating it and gearing it towards our website, and something that I want to make better than what's on their retail site, because we want to provide them that level of service that makes us stand out. So I hope this helps. We'll pick back up on this particular page and case tomorrow. And that's what I got for Tuesday lessons. Thanks, guys. Bye.